Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. This is the Gandalf Quarter Scale Ultimate Edition by Prime1 Studios. This is the review. I already made an assembly video and you can watch it. But I will go to some details about how many parts does Gandalf consist of, or maybe something like that. Not in too much details because you can see the video, but so yeah, let's start by showing you the statue. You can see right now Gandalf, and I will lower the cam a bit so you can see the base, and we'll start from the top and we'll get down. We start from Gandalf, which is quite not so much dynamic pose. I know he's reaching his arms with the sword and the staff, but in my opinion it's more like a museum pose, maybe something not that dynamic, but yet this statue is very surprising because you get the idea of the final showdown between Gandalf and the Balrog because of the base. Basically the base is, see what I did there? Basically the base. The base is what gives this statue is uniqueness. But yeah, so let's start from Gandalf, and I will show you a close-up of the face, which is the portrait. In my opinion, one of the best portraits in this line, and exceptionally a good portrait of Gandalf. It's, let me focus this a bit more. Okay, yeah, I think we got it. So yeah, I have several statues of Gandalf from Weta Workshop, and not big ones. Most of them are around 1/10 scale, and I know this affects the ability to portray the portraits or the statue better, but even if I compare it to other companies that are not making silicone based statues like J&D or maybe Queen Studios or other companies that usually do it, the sculpt here is amazing. The sculpt here is very on point in my opinion. It resembles Sir Ian McKellen a lot, and I really love that you can see his face that clear, and the look on his face, the eyes, the beard, everything just yells Ian McKellen and Gandalf the Grey, which is what I want from my statue. The sculpt of the hair is done very masterfully. You can see every strand of hair, every both in the beard, both in the hair, and yeah, it gives it just what you want from a statue of Gandalf. Okay, so let's move to the hat. The hat is something that you can choose if you want to display or not. They included something very beautiful in the hat, because it has a magnet that keeps the hat still and prevent it from gliding or falling from the head. But in order to keep the paint and the statue free from damage, they included some kind of felt in the hat that prevent it. So it's a very good way to think about us, the collectors, about our needs in this scenario, because if they didn't do it, probably after 1 or 2 or 3 times there will be some kind of damage to the hat. The hat itself looks exactly like in the movies. The color choice, texture, everything just on point in my opinion. It's the same goes for the cloak, the ropes, everything. From the leather bag, satchel, to the belts and everything, the texture, both colors, everything just works. It looks really good in my opinion. Take the camera a bit lower and you can see here the texture is really good. You can see each stitch and bump on the cloak. The color choice with the light gray highlights and everything, yeah, it works really good. One of the swords, the sword over here on his belt, is not a metal sword. It's made out of resin. But the bigger sword, this one, is made out of metal, which is always a nice addition in my opinion. The staff is made out of resin as well. The tip is lit up with 3 or something like that, 2 or 3 watch batteries, the LR something, 41 I think. The button is inside the arm, so you need to take the arm apart, push the button, put it right back in, and so on and so forth. So it's quite troublesome to get it lit up, and those batteries dies pretty fast. So if you want to keep it lit up, you need just to, anyway, you will have to switch the batteries, you have to take the arm out, put it back in, and it's quite troublesome. This is something I don't like, but since Gandalf is made from, I think, if I remember correctly, 3 parts, not including the arms and the head, everything, I get it's quite hard to put wires inside it and make it lit up with the entire base by power core. So I get why they did it, and it's nice, it's cool, but personally I keep it just that, like that, not lit up. Other than that, the texture on the staff is quite amazing. You can get exactly the feel of wood. That's what she said. It looks very authentic. Really good job on the colors and sculpture as well. So let's go down to the base. What we have in the base is the Balrog head, of course, surrounded by smoke. And Gandalf, at the first I thought that Gandalf is standing on the head itself, but no, Gandalf is standing on some kind of ground. I think it's the bridge. And the Gandalf is, the Balrog, not the Gandalf, the Balrog is falling from the bridge, and it's like a moment before he reaches out with his whip and drags Gandalf with it. I love the concept. I love how they portrayed this scene. The angle of the head is spot on. I think they chose the right angle to do it. The color choices also very good. The smoke looks really like it's supposed to be smoke from fiery smoke from the Balrog, which is a fire demon. It has brown and reds and blacks, as you can expect from some kind of smoke like that. And the smoke surrounds Gandalf from both sides. You have the smoke that you can see here, and you have a bit of smoke behind. And yeah, so they did it really good. And you have the head itself. Now the head is, as I said in the beginning, it's very big. The statue size got me by surprise, because I always read the dimensions in the website, and always you get surprised from the size, although you know the measurements. Here they made a very small mistake in the measurements, something like 1 or 1.5 centimeters off. Not something that problematic, but problematic for me because I had the exact dimensions space, and now I need to change things in order to get 2 extra centimeters in my display. So yeah, it's not a big deal, but it's a big deal for me. But yeah, okay, I get it. It's not always spot on. The head itself is amazing. I think this is the part that I love the most in this statue, and the reason that I think this is an ultimate edition or bust. The statue without the base, just the normal base. Gandalf is fine, it's really good, as I said before. The portrait is amazing, the color choices, the texture, everything works, and it really gives the feeling of Sir Ian McKellen as Gandalf. But the mixture of the Balrog and Gandalf takes it to another level, makes it an amazing statue. I think the best statue out of this line in Prime1. This is most of the head is lit up. You can see the flame here. They are made out of clear resin, which is painted with fire colors like yellow, orange, red, even some blacks. The Balrog head also have some parts that lit up, the eyes, the nose. I think that's it. Maybe the mouth. I don't remember if it's lit up or not. But yeah, it's what you get. It's what you want, and this is what you get. I don't have any complaint about that. My only complaint is that this is a power cord base light, so you need to have the cable connected to the wall. I didn't try power bank, but maybe power bank could help the problem that I'm about to talk about. If you want to display it spinning like 360, the cable is in the way, and you may want to display it like that because there is a backside to the statue which has an Easter egg, and this is something really cool, really nice. I will show you when we move on to that side, but I will display it like that, with the Gandalf facing me, the audience, and I don't think that I will have it on a Lazy Susan or some kind of spinning table. I don't have the place for a 360 view, but it's a nice touch. They added that Easter egg at the back. Let's talk about the head itself a bit, the color choices and the texture as well. Really good job. I love that some parts are like matte colored and the piece are shiny black. It really pops out and gives it a nice touch. You can see the horns have like fiery color in the smoke, fiery colors in the cracks, which helps convey the feeling that the Balrog is lit up with fire inside of him, as in the movies. And you can really enjoy everything about the Balrog. It looks amazing. The base is one piece. You have like part of the horn that connects, but rather than that, everything is a one piece base, which is very heavy and very big. Mine didn't have any problems, major problems, but it had a very small ones. There were some QC issues with the paint of the flames. So as you can see, the paint on the flames in this area specifically is a bit off. I think it's like something that was chipped, or maybe got a scuff or something like that in the factory, and they tried to fix it afterwards. Like they already painted the entire resin, the clear resin with the fire paints colors, and then something happened and they needed to fix it, and the fix is not that good in my opinion, but something like that is not such a big of an issue. When the statue is lit up, it's most noticeable, but when the lights are not working, then nothing is visible, especially not from far. So yeah, it's not a big of an issue. And also I had something I never had in a statue before. I got it, and everything was perfect. And after like maybe a month or so, there was a crack that formed on the head of the Balrog. It's not a big crack, but it's quite a deep crack, I guess, because the lights, when you lit up the base, the lights is shown from there. I contacted Prime1 and they told me it's not something they can help me with. They blamed me that it's something that happened to the statue on my watch, and it's out of the 30-day warranty time limit, so they won't help. I know that I have the Venom life-size by Queen Studios, and they also had a crack in some places, and I got it fixed with epoxy clay, so I think I might try and fix that crack here by myself with epoxy clay and right color matching. If you are interested in watching this transformation or a bit of how I made it, let me know in the comments below, and I will happily show a video about that. Other than that, everything is perfectly done and amazing. I will give you a quick spin so we can see the back side. And don't worry, and after that you will see the statue lit up and also spinning, and everything will be shown correctly. You can see the smoke coming from behind as well, as I told you before. And this is what I talk about, the little Easter egg from behind. It's really hard to see it here because it's very tiny and there is not much light. I will try my best to add maybe more light so you can see. We have here a miniature statue of the statue they already made, Gandalf versus Balrog, which I also have in my collection. This statue is a tiny version of that. It has a light up as well. The sword is not lit up. The only part that's lit up is the flame on the back of the Balrog. And if you can watch closely, you can see the placement of the staff and sword in the hands of Gandalf is different from the bigger statue here. And someone already mentioned that in the Facebook groups. This is how it's supposed to be displayed if you want it to be movie correct. But honestly I didn't mind the difference in the bigger statue. I'm not a statue purist in that way, so it doesn't bother me if it's exactly like it's supposed to be in the movies or not. I think it's very good each way. So instead of just show you this, I will give you a quick spin of the entire statue lit up, and we'll come back afterwards. Hey guys, so after you survived the 24 minutes of this statue review, congrats for staying that long. So my overall opinion about this statue, this is an amazing statue. You probably guessed I had some remarks during the review, but yeah, it's an amazing statue. The best out of this entire quarter scale line of Lord of the Rings by Prime1. And if I'm referring to the paint job was okay in my opinion. The best paint job was the Balrog head, but I had some QC issues with the paint, so I can't give it a perfect score, but overall I think it's very nice. From the sculpt perspective, the sculpt is divided to two parts in my opinion, Gandalf and the base, the head of the Balrog. The base is amazing. I really love the way they portrayed the scene. They give it a very dynamic stance and presence, and without the base I think this is more like a museum style statue. Gandalf itself, although he has some kind of a battle position with his arms holding the staff and the sword, but I still consider it as a museum stance. The portrait of Gandalf is the best part in my opinion from Gandalf. The likeness is on spot. The base, again, the base is what gives this statue is its presence. You can't go wrong if you considering to take to get the statue. It's the Ultimate Edition robust in my opinion. The regular edition gives you just a normal base with Gandalf, which is fine because I think this is one of the best Gandalf statues out there right now. So if you don't have a statue of Gandalf and you need one, this is a very good option. But I think the Ultimate Edition is 100% the way to go. I wouldn't get the regular statue, that's why I got the Ultimate. It has a very low ES number, only 200 worldwide, which is a plus for us, the collectors. It's pretty pricey. It's around $1950,000, and it's not that cheap for a quarter scale statue. But luckily I don't buy those statues for investment. I mostly enjoy them and the atmosphere they give to the room, and if I were to look at it from an investment point of view, I think this is it depends where are you from, because in my country the shipping prices are very high and the tax is also pretty high, so the overall price of the statue is very high, and it's a problem if you want to resell it. But if your tax or shipping price is lower than mine, or lower by itself, you can get in my opinion, because of the popularity of the statue, of the line of Lord of the Rings, and the low ES number, I think you can get your money back and even make some kind of profit out of it in the future if you plan to sell it. I think it's going to be one of the best statues, like one of the most sought after statues from this line. And not only because of the low ES, because I think it's that good. So yeah, I think this statue has some kind of a wow effect. If you came to the room and you look on the entire line, this statue will pop out from the line. Also, the Gandalf versus Balrog, the other statue they made, it's also a very eye-catching statue. It's not a coincidence that both of those are the same characters and plus minus the same scene. So yeah, tell me what you think about the statue. I would love to hear your opinion. Leave a comment down below. Like this video, subscribe, and share for your friends, your colleagues, whatever. Just help me grow this channel. I will be very thankful. And until next time, see you.